Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video. Guys, quite a lot of you always hear me mentioning Spar Chats. It's our local commercial Mercedes. I think they do like lorries, trucks, vans, all the commercials basically. And I've just popped round here to get our back panel for the Mercedes Vito van. So that's the inner skin. I've got the doors in the back here as well. I've got a second-hand back bumper. We're going to head to the yard and we're going to crack straight on and pick up exactly where we left off with this van. Can't wait to actually get it done. Like I said, guys, pick up exactly where we left off. I've just bought that back panel back and Chris noticed something straight away. That's actually for a tailgate model.
It is, yes.
So it's got the bolt holes in the middle, and then on the original,
You've got
these plates. So you're going to have to weld them. Couple of spot welds inside these holes.
Well, it's probably worth ringing them just to see if they have got the other one, but I doubt they have.
No, I mean
it's a different part number, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So they might have that one on the shelf. They order that one in.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that, but failing that, we can
just have to weld them on.
Use those two little bits. So that's all prepped pretty much, and that's ready to actually start putting on there.
Nearly there, yeah. And,
right. We'll carry on, guys, and give you a bit of an update once it's in there. And we've
it all clamped up, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Let's get on, guys. Chris has just cracked straight on with it. He's not time-lapsing any of it. He said there was quite a fair bit in the last video. Even though he showed a lot of it live, he did say that there was a bit of time-lapse with him continuing on, and he don't want it to be too repetitive. Got the old aperture clamps out, holding that outside skin to the inside skin, and a couple of screws in there you can see holding it. He's put that on there. Everything lines up perfect, but where the bumper bolts, so you've got 4 bolts for the bumper, you've got one of them each side, then you've got one here each side, and if you look, guys, that's at a bit of a slope. So Chris is just about to clean that up, and he's going to get the dent puller on there and actually pull that out a little bit, because that bolt needs to be straight in order to put the bumper on. It'll be a shame to put this all together, put the doors on, go to put the bumper on, and one of the screw holes is wonky. So really close now. It's going to be a case of straightening that up, mate, and you're going to be ready to pull the trigger and start welding this all in.
Yeah, not far away now.
And
I think what we'll probably do, I don't know what you
go on, mate.
We'll probably put these on.
Yep.
And
try the doors on it.
We'll have the doors, yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
Sure. I mean, we can even, it's a bit difficult with those aperture clamps to put the
rubber.
Yeah, but you can, we're doing one at a time and make sure everything's parallel around the door jamb.
Yeah.
And then you know it's going to seal all right, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. Guys, sorry, I did forget to mention, we did ring up, and this panel, it does come like that. There wasn't another one. So Chris did have to actually weld them in. It is something that you can order with those in there, but it's exactly the same panel, and they just said you'll need to just weld your ones in there. So a little bit of extra work, but this is flowing so lovely now, this one, isn't it?
Bit of welding, bit of grinding, it'll be ready to paint.
And I've just pushed the button, guys, managed to find seat belts for it on eBay. So we've bought them, and they're in the post on their way as well. So we're there now, mate. We got it all.
Just a gearbox.
A gearbox to go, yeah, definitely. Let's carry on. We're there now, guys. That's all bang on exactly where we want it. And Chris has put the latches on here, ready to go. So I've got one of the doors here. I'm just going to go and grab the other one, and we're actually going to throw them on. Well, we're not going to throw them on. We're going to bolt them on and just check that they latch up and shut quite nicely. We're hoping that it's going to be all right without the top part of the rubber, because we've got the aperture clamps on there. So we give that a go, make sure that they're okay, and then you're going to be moving on to the welding side of it, Chris, aren't you? Yeah. So this front cover's got the back cover, it's got to come off first, or has it not?
I don't think so, no.
Oh no, because we're using both.
I've got to take this back off, but only to clean in here and then put some weld-through primer on before we spot weld it.
Right, okie dokie.
Yeah.
Right, mate, I'll grab the other door. Oh no, we might as well chuck this one on, then I'll go back for the other door. you would have seen we put the doors on there, and basically they're very, very near. Little bit of movement on this left latch. If you see, that's now straight. If you actually look at the right one, you can see that is still, sorry, I'm not even pointing at it, slightly off this way. So they just needed loosening up and then moving. And this door latches beautiful, both clicks. And that's it, guys. It's perfect. But when you do shut this door, Chris, sorry, I know you're in the middle of doing something. We got a bit of a tight gap down here. And then at the top, there's probably a little tiny bit too big. But we are using the original hinges. I think we both agreed this did have quite a wallop. And it's moved. It didn't just damage the doors. Excuse me, it's also moved the hinges as well. So this one we just moved out slightly at the bottom. And Chris just established we've actually got to remove that whole cover. We're just going to mess around with them until we get it completely right, because we're going to be removing the doors from here and leaving the hinges on. So it'd be really nice to get the hinges correct now, so that when it comes to painting the doors and we bolt them on, we haven't got to keep opening, shutting them, moving them around and tapping these hinges. So we'll wait till Chris has got that off and get that top hinge moved over. Just like that, 5 minutes work, guys. Absolutely perfect now. And it was that left lower hinge, Chris, had slightly punched in, and the top one had pulled out. So we're quite happy with where the doors are sitting. I don't think there's any reason for us to take them off for you to crack on without welding, is there? Or do you? No, they can stay on there for a minute. No, I'm going to leave Chris to do that bit of welding, and I'm off out to pick us up another project. Back shortly. Now guys, I've actually been out today picking up another project that you're all going to see later on in the week, but Chris knocked that one out the park. I know I do say it all the time, but genuinely, these are genuine, brand new Mercedes panels. They've gone back on their exact spots, and it is all welded in there using all the correct welds. and it's brilliant. It is brilliant. Chris has started flattening some of it off there. See all those spot welds all the way along the bottom, all just like they should be. And this door, I didn't actually notice, but it had a little bit of a dent in it on the outside. And Chris has actually, you can see, straightened that out and repaired that as well. So that is going to need a tiny bit of filler work, but I think you'd agree. That is back to exactly how that van should be. That's exactly how it was before the accident. So what we're going to move on to now, Chris, bit of priming, then a bit of sealing.
A bit more prep,
Yeah.
It's nearly all prepped, and then but I probably won't prime it till I've done the repair on the door. Stick the door in there.
Yeah.
And then prime that at the same time, and then base the inside of the doors and base that at the same time.
Okay.
Between, that needs soon sealing, but I won't do that till it's primed.
No, okay.
Torches
Yes, because I'm recording in the dark. I'll try and turn the volume up here, but if you didn't hear Chris, guys, basically he's just got a load more prep to do, and obviously priming, and he's going to do some bits in the booth. So we'll let him continue on getting that exactly how he wants it before he starts laying down all the necessary stuff like the sealer and the primer. And there we go, almost complete. Chris has got that all ready. It's all masked up. He's tack clothed it off, panel wiped it, and that is ready now to actually hit with the primer. After the primer, he's going to be going straight on and putting down the seam sealer to it. But he is going to be flitting to and fro between here and the paint booth, because he's got the doors in there and you've done the repairs on those doors. Well, it was just one of them, wasn't it? Oh, you found a little ding in one of them, didn't you? So Chris found a little, it's going to be a little bit echo in here, guys. A little bit of a ding in that door there, so he's repaired it. But that's all done inside and out, ready to put some primer on. And of course, that little bit of damage that was on this one here, he's completely repaired as well. And obviously found another little dent there. Oh, will you?
I feel, I'll probably leave my phone on the tripod in here.
Let's move over near here. What's that?
Put the tripod in here and leave the phone in here.
Yeah.
In this bit. I might swap it around a bit when I'm doing the sealer.
Okay, mate.
Right.
Right, we'll leave you to it. Chris made a cracking job there, guys. And I'm going to quickly bring it up now because so many of you do always say in the comments, you got the booth, why don't you do your own paint? And the thing is, painting is so time consuming and it is a lot of work. And we've always used a painter. They're doing it day in, day out. They know what they're doing and they just crack on with it. And like I said, the time it takes for us messing around, getting the vehicles ready. I mean, I've been doing something else. Chris has cracked on with this. So you will see that he primed it, he seam sealed it, and then he's painted it. And even though you can't see any of this, he's made a lovely job of it. It really does look nice. Plus, he's getting a bit of practice in because he reckons he's painting that HAV for himself.
Oh, definitely painting.
You are definitely painting it. So round to the booth. I mean, it's reasonable size in here, guys, as well, but I don't think we'd get a van in, but Chris has nailed the inside of those doors. They look absolutely perfect, and you'd never know that they was previously white. He has literally got in everywhere on them doors. They look good, mate. Right, so you've actually decided you're gonna paint them.
Yeah, I think so. On this occasion, give it a go.
We are
Just enough paint left, I reckon,
to do them.
So if they don't come out very nice.
If they don't come out very nice,
really lost a lot.
no. At least they'll have a base on them.
They're based up ready for the professional to do them, but I won't paint them laying down like that. We haven't got any panel stands, have we?
No.
So I'll have to get a set of steps in here and put them right back to back.
Jerry rig.
Yeah, put them back to back so they're painting them upright, really. You've got a lot better chance of not getting them.
We'll edit that out.
Yeah.
Chris swore there, guys. That's why it went silent. It wasn't a naughty word, though.
No.
So, this is like a bit of a one-off. He is going to paint the outside of these doors, guys. So, you have got that to look forward to. And as soon as these are dry, we're going to rig Zank up. And
Yeah, well, I have got, obviously, there's the repairs on those.
yes.
So, that needs to leave until tomorrow, really. Flatten those repairs back.
Yeah.
Just give them a bit of guide coat. Flatten those back. And then I did prep the rest of the door ready, so
Right.
they can be based and lacquered tomorrow.
Okie dokie.
Hopefully it don't all run on the floor.
No. But we can unmask the van now, can't we? And
Yeah, that's probably a touch dry already now.
we'll chuck it out in the sun, bake off for the rest of the day.
That's
Right. Just like we always say, guys, we film these videos in sometimes a bit one day, sometimes a bit next week, or when it comes to the old restoration like the HA, it's months later. But this is actually the next day. Chris has got both of the doors ready to go, and I'm off out to deliver the MGF to the auction. But he's going for it, and so many of you keep saying, I want to see Chris do some paint. Why don't you do your own paint work? I mean, it's not something that we're definitely not going to get into a habit of doing because it is so much work. But they're ready to go, mate. Well, you got to tack them off.
We've got enough paint left, haven't we?
Yeah.
So,
And like we said earlier, yesterday, we're not trying to make it up. If they don't come out good enough, have we lost anything?
No.
Apart from
a bit more prep.
and your time.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I'm off out, and Chris is gonna paint these doors, and I've got my fingers crossed.
The only
But
trouble is the lacquer is a bit old that we've got in the cupboard. So I don't know how that's going to fare. It didn't matter on the shuts, did it?
no,
But
the inside of them come up lovely.
yeah, it didn't look too bad. So.
We'll see how we get on, mate. So it's actually the next morning, and me and Chris was just gonna unmask these and actually get them bolted on the van, but unfortunately they are still a little bit too soft, so they are gonna need to sit for a couple of days, and then once they are hard and dry off, we can get them bolted on. So just like I expected, Chris did make a lovely job of them. He said there is a few little bits of muck in them, but nothing that won't polish out, and they're perfectly acceptable for a couple of van doors, guys, and a lot better than acceptable. I think that they look absolutely cracking. Chris will always say, well, they're not perfect, but I would have to argue there. It's no different to what we'd normally get out of the paint shop. So we're going to let them harden off for the next couple of days, and then we'll get them fitted. So that is going to be the end of the video today. Don't forget, please like, subscribe and share. Follow us on Instagram at Salvage Rebuilds, and we'll see you very soon in the next one.